Okay, so thank you, ladies, for joining me. This is the first episode of Women Crush Wednesday. Originally on my blog, it was like a blog post interview, but I wanted to transform it into a video segment because I thought that that would be interesting to get viewers and things like that. So today's our first episode, and it's called Philly's Finest Entrepreneurs. And I have two ladies that I actually went to college with. We have Dominique Chanay and we have Teem Simpkins. So both of these ladies are entrepreneurs. We have Dominique. Her brand is called Behind Your Scene, and it is a brand development and management company. She founded it in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and her creative design and branding firm assists small businesses owners and nonprofits with designing marketing and administrative content for their brands. Some of their services include custom logo design, modern web design, mobile optimization, digital graphics, marketing materials, banners, contracts, and proposals, and much more. And her brand strives to educate people of the significance of brand identity, brand personality, and brand consistency. So, hey, Dom.
Hi, Jeff.
Um,
Thanks for having me.
so my next guest is Teem Simpkins, and she is the owner and creator of Treats by Teem. And you can tell us more about your business.
All right, so Treats by Teem is home of the sweet treats and good eats. A place where love and family recipes come alive to satisfy any palate. Started out as just baking, but has expanded to food. We do a lot of different delicacy cakes, so not your normal just vanilla ice cake. Now we take it to the next level, include liquor, candy, anything that your heart desires. So we make all of your events come alive with sweet treats and goodies.
Okay, that's awesome. So we're gonna start off with a little icebreaker. So I know y'all all have been hearing about this Jada and Arkansas Cena.
Entanglement.
Girl, that's the word of 2020 now. So what are y'all thoughts on this whole entanglement situation? Like, do y'all think that August was wrong for, like, I guess outing their relationship? Or do you think he was entitled because he was a part of the relationship? Like, how do y'all feel about this whole situation?
I can go. I believe what's done in the dark always comes to light. How it came to light, it's really no comment. People feel as though be thorough enough, whatever you do, keep it a secret, whatever the case may be. Anybody business is always gonna come to light, whether it's from a female perspective or a male perspective. Right. If I'm not mistaken, it happened years ago though, right? Yeah. Like 5 years ago. So I feel as though with the time involved, now just be quiet. Cause now why you want to bring it up now? Like it didn't just happen. It happened 5 years ago. So I think timing kind of wasn't on his side. It made him look like pretty much a nut. Like why are you bringing it up now? Like 5 years later. But a lot go into that, especially celebrity life. Like, you don't have privacy pretty much. But the whole entanglement word that Jada made up on Red Table Talk is like, what the heck, Jada? What is that? I still don't know what it is. We joke about it, but what really is it? So it's funny. What I think it's funny, but I think it's a high. Let's keep going. Like at the end of the day. I think it's just too much happening now, and I just like it's all a distraction. Like we still like in the middle of a movement, in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of just like not hard times, but like revolutionary times. And I do feel like it's like a black on black thing, like one of them things where it's like we kill one another, but we also take the spotlight off of one another. Like we joke about things and we worry about stuff that don't matter. So it's just like one of them things like, it's funny, but like back to the regularly scheduled program. Like we got other things to worry about. So that's pretty much my take on it.
Okay. All right. How about you, Teem? You guys
I had missed the whole entanglement thing. I woke up. When I woke up, I had got on Instagram and I just kept saying, everybody talking about entanglement. And I'm like, well, what is everybody talking about? I think I had like a lot of orders that day and I just missed the whole day. then I finally was able to watch, see what was going on, watch the Red Table Talk, and I'm just like, okay, well, Jada and Will clearly have their own thing. I mean, we've been told before that they were swingers, whatever. If that's what they do, that's what they do. Whatever makes their marriage work is their business. Now, like Dom said, they are in the limelight, so their business is our business. Not that it is our business, right? You know what I'm saying? Like on the Red Table Talk, Will said, "Now it's Black Twitter's business." Like, no, it wasn't our business. Y'all pulled us into the conversation. But I do feel as though Will and Jada have an understanding. They've only addressed this because it's now for the public's eyes, ears. They are going to be good regardless, and that's what I got from that. And I also got that August, although we are human, he's hurt. Yeah, he's very hurt. And I mean, rightfully so. We were all entitled to our feelings, but he's hurt. And I feel like that's why this came out when it came out. I mean, it's late. Like, that's why it came out. But again, piggybacking off of time, what's done in the dark comes to light, and they apparently, Will and Jada apparently weren't together. Right. Whatever. You're married.
I feel like when you're married, though.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel.
Like,
you're married.
Both divorce papers, you're together.
You're married. Y'all say y'all weren't together, but it's a different ball game once those papers are signed and that ring is on that finger.
Right.
But I mean, agree with you. I mean, like I said, it was in the media for a few days, and now we're kind of just hanging on to entanglement, laughing. But Will and Jada, they don't care. Neither do
I. I definitely agree with y'all. I mean, the memes are funny, so I'm enjoying those. But like you said, like, back to what's really going on. Yeah. I agree with Teem. Like, I do think that August is very hurt. And I feel like maybe he's speaking out now because he was trying to protect her for a long time. But maybe he was just like, this is my way of healing. Like, this is what really happened. And this is me speaking my piece. So to the people that are kind of attacking him, it's just like, you got to understand when you're emotional sometimes, you just be doing stuff.
And we all have been. We've all been in a place where we've been emotional. Right. Our emotions have trumped our brain, like our thinking.
Exactly.
So he's hurt, but he has to figure out how to let that hurt go because, Jada, she is moving on.
And she ain't never leaving Will. She's never leaving him.
Right. So August got to figure things out for himself and.
Yeah, I'm glad they did come to the Red Table because it also kind of like, silenced the people that were calling August a liar and all that type of stuff and saying he was crazy. Like, this really did happen. They were really in a relationship. So,
and there's a whole nother level of maturity.
Right.
Right. Like, she's like 20 years older than him. Like, what?
Right.
But anyways, all right. So enough of the entanglement scandal. So we're going to get into the questions. So the first question is for Dominique. When did you know you wanted to become an entrepreneur?
I can say right after college. We all go through these things where we go through 4+ years of school and not even want to use the degree that we went to school for, right? So I went to Penn State, as you know, with my 2 ladies on a video, and I graduated with my IST degrees, pretty much IT, computers, code, and things like that. I utilized the degree only for 2 years. I worked at Verizon, and back then they were creating their My Verizon application, so I was creating that in the back end. Pretty much when that project was over, I was out. I was so unhappy. I was unfulfilled. I realized I needed my degree, but it was in a different level of working, and that wasn't it. So I asked I would cry every day, like literally going home. My drive was like 1 hour and 15 minutes there and back, like separately. So I was like, it would be this long ride going home. I'm not happy when I even get there. Bringing my computer home, working on the weekends. Like, IT pretty much just use 24-hour help desk. Like, you, with something, crash, you got to be there readily available. So I was about to give up on the whole field, but I'm just like, sometimes it's not what you do, it's how you're doing it, right? So I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's not the degree or the industry that I don't like. It could just be the job. Okay. So I utilized my IT. I went to a home care agency, which is also a nonprofit, and I worked in their IT department. Again, wasn't fulfilled. But I didn't switch jobs. I actually went to another department, and I went to it was called communications. basically, and fundraising. So I was pretty much doing their flyers, their social media, their graphics. And I'm like, okay, I like this. So, and their website. So it's like, again, I like what I was doing, just where I was at. So I'm like, okay, it's getting better. But the whole wake up at 8:30, be on somebody else's clock. Like, I just gave attitude, right? And I'm just like, listen, you chose to be here. You don't like it, but fix it. I don't think, like, no one's responsible to take your attitude because you don't like something. Right. So last year, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just hop out on faith. So as I'm working these jobs, I always had a side hustle. So on the sides in 2015, I always had a few clients, and it was literally only word of mouth. I didn't take it serious. I didn't have an LLC. I didn't have social media about it. My friends around me are pretty much go-getters. They just don't know how to execute. So they had an idea, and they could do the craft, they could execute. So I'm like, what you need help with? I don't want you to sit on it just because you need help. What is it? So it would be contracts, or it'll be a logo, or it'll be a website. So I'm like, I can do that. So just like honestly having my friends be guinea pigs, I on the side really got my LLC for Behind Your Scene. That's pretty much behind your scene. I'm behind the scene of other businesses. That's how the name come up. But as I enjoyed my side hustle more than my full-time job, I said, this got to switch. This got to become my full-time job. So in 2019, I was like, that whole stirring up of unfulfillment started coming back. It was suppressed for like a year or so. And I was like, I really got to take the leap of faith now. And once I took the leap of faith, January of this year, so it's July. So it's 6 months, worked self-employed officially, and clients literally been booming. And I relate everything back to God, but I just feel as though I was like on a cliff. Like, are you going to jump? Are you going to jump? I'm like, well, God, I don't see clients. I don't see how it's going to. Of course, we're looking at paychecks. Like when we work, I'm like, I know exactly what I'm gonna get every 2 weeks, and I'm cool. I'm like on my own, this about to be shaky. I don't have nothing else to depend on. And I just was using every excuse in the book. He's like, I got you if you jump. And I didn't listen to him since he told me last year, and I'm just like, you know what? We get scared. Like, you know, it's okay to be human. Like, we can tell somebody else and motivate somebody else. But when it comes to ourselves, we like, ugh. And I'll motivate the heck out of somebody else. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to just go. And like the last 6 months, I did not lick for nothing. Like bills paid. It's been better. Like more time. You don't got really more time to yourself. You still working, if not harder, because you only by yourself now. Right. But it's just freedom. And it's just like, you just like got liberty. Like it's just a whole, like I just feel so much better. And like, I feel like I got purpose when I wake up now. So.
Hey man, girl, I'm trying to get like you because that's another story. It's not about me today, but yes, that was inspiring. So the next question is for Teem. So how did you get into baking and what made you want to make a business out of it?
Well, I can say as I come from a cooking family. You know how people say they can cook, but they really can't cook? Right. So my family, like everybody can cook. Everybody. So my great grandma, she just passed away at the end of October. She was the matriarch of our family. Everybody know Cleo can cook. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's the cooking side, but my great grandma, she was a great baker as well. And she always had sweet treats on her table. Whenever you go to her house, there was freshly fried chicken on the table and some type of cake or pie or something in the dish. And if it wasn't something, you'd be like, Grandma, it's no pie. Oh, they ate it all or something like that. But growing up, my family, we have a lot of birthdays in March and May. And my great grandma always used to have a gigantic dinner at her house where she would basically cook everything. You know, everybody would bring their little dishes or whatever, but grandma had the cooking on lock. And these were the 2 times we seen each other throughout the year other than holidays, you know, when your whole family gets together. And I mean, it would be the whole family. So years went on and it kind of fell off. But as a kid, you know, you miss those things. Like events, you're going to see all of your cousins, your older cousins, the old people, you listening to their jokes and, you know. So my cousin and I decided to try to start it back up some years ago. And it was my aunt's birthday, 2 of my aunts, and a anniversary, something. And I decided, let me make some cupcakes. And it was like some cupcakes out of a box, just random. Made some cupcakes out the box and went on YouTube on how to decorate, and I just bought all this random decorating tools from Walmart, just random. Mm-hmm. And I made the cupcakes, and I made them in the shape. I think my aunt turned 70 something. Made them in shape of a 70 something, and my other aunt turned 50 something. And the cupcakes, not only were they just boxed, but I come from a cooking family, so I know how to put a spin on everything. Mm-hmm. So there was a spin on these boxed cupcakes, and they were just so good. Like, oh my gosh, they were so good. And I decorated them. Now, this was my first time, and I look back at the picture now, and I laugh. But when I first brought the cupcakes around, my whole family was like, you did this? Mm-hmm. How did you do this? And now I look at them my first time, I think I did pretty good for watching some tutorials on YouTube. But that's how this all began. From that, me just making the cupcakes because I didn't feel like it was too last minute to go order a cake. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm going to make these cupcakes. That's how it started, me making some little cupcakes for a family dinner.
Wow. And what year was this?
Oh, and I was trying to think of what year it was. This is 2020, Lord Jesus. I don't even know if we were... I don't even think we were at Penn State yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, we might have been. The time is getting away.
Okay.
So we might have been I might have been in my freshman year. So.
Okay.
It's been a little minute. It's been within the last 5 to 7 years.
Right.
Like that. And from there, I started to continue to bake little cupcakes. Actually started looking up like recipes. Mm-hmm. And again, my grandmothers bake. So I've been by their sides baking different things. So I know a little something. And then I would take my grandmom's recipe card.
Okay.
So that's how all of this started. And I just continued to bake, but I was working full time. Mm-hmm. Once I started working full time, we became adults, and life came at us, mm-hmm. It was fun baking in the beginning. Like, oh yeah, I enjoy it. It's extra money. Who doesn't want to see extra money? And at that time we were like young, like it's just money. Thank you. Mm-hmm. But now it's not just money. Like we have bills. We are getting older, even though we're still young. Like we're trying to break generational curses. We're trying to be financially stable, financially fit. So coming into money for us is a little different, So, but at the time I was working a full-time job, I probably had once I started taking it serious and actually being able to produce cakes and cupcakes to sell that weren't a test, that were worthwhile, that looked like something, tasted like something. Mm-hmm. And it became a hobby. It was fun. It was cool. But then I started to work 2 full-time jobs at the same time, all while still baking, trying to fulfill orders, because it was my side hustle, as I call it. It was my side hustle. But it was annoying because I was putting so much of my energy into these other 2 full-time jobs because I had to support myself. Mm-hmm. And I never thought about baking full-time. I didn't think that this is something I wanted to do. It was just like, this is a hobby. That's where my mind was. Mm-hmm. This is a hobby. This is a side hustle. Like, I wasn't looking at it as, this is your baby. This is your business. Like, this mm-hmm. can blossom beyond your wildest dreams. And I had a friend who's also a Philly entrepreneur. He's a chef. And he will always ask me, Teem, you sure you don't want to, you never think about doing this full time? I mean, he asked me this question all the time. And I'm just like, no, it's a side hustle. That's exactly what it is. And I would try to tell him it's annoying at this point. I don't want to bake anymore. I don't feel the love in doing this. I just feel like I'm always rushed. I don't want to do this. But since we've been quarantined, thank you, Jesus, my business has expanded tremendously. I mean, it's crazy. I've really taken a hold to my social medias and trying to promo more and get out there and interact with my folks, and business has really been booming. So although COVID does suck, it doesn't suck.
Yes.
Yes, it has blessed me in so many ways. I never thought that I'd be doing this. Now I'm looking at my real job this work from home is love, because while I'm still able to do my full-time job, mm-hmm. working from home, I'm able to manage my business.
Yeah.
So right now my full-time job is just funding my business, and that's how it's supposed to be. But I couldn't understand that, and I was telling somebody the other day, you have to it's kind of like when God exposes things, he doesn't expose everything to everybody at the same time. Some things I may know that you haven't been exposed to or awakened to. He hasn't, showed this to you or showed you brought you to this light. But or I have other friends like Dom. Dom has been on this entrepreneur tip for a minute. She knew this is what it is. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to work my ass off and I'm going to get it done. Me, I was like, nope, I'm in these hospitals. I'm going to bake a cake when I get home. But I'm working. I'm taking care of these people. And don't get me wrong, I loved my hospital jobs. I loved my jobs. I mean, they did become overwhelming at times. But I think that's because I'm an emotional person. I get attached to people. So. But now it's like Treats by Teem, LLC. Okay, put some respect on my business. Yes, went and got my LLC, and it's really up. Like now I see it's hard work, but it's worth it. Like it's so much more satisfying than going to work, clocking in, and getting your same old check every week. That's nice and all. I'm not knocking anybody that does that because I'm still working and I plan on working till I don't feel like working anymore. But it's just like, wow, I did this. Even on days where it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. When you finish that day and you realize I've done all of this, look at all my work. So what made me want to start a business was COVID. Actually made me want to expound and take my business serious into the next level. COVID.
All right.
Thanks.
Well, y'all are both inspiring to me. Like I'm trying to get on y'all level. So number 3. So this question is for both of you guys. So what's the hardest part about starting a business or brand?
I'm gonna speak from my own perspective about starting personally, and then of course I help others start businesses. So I'll speak from helping a client perspective. For myself, the hardest part is believing in yourself. I can say 2 things: believing in yourself and setting the foundation. I feel like people want overnight success, microwavable popcorn success. It doesn't work that way because the fastest it come up is the fastest it's about to drop. Like, again, I've been building since 2015. Y'all probably just noticed last year. So it takes time, but I'd rather a sturdy, unmovable, unsteadfast foundation because nothing can break me at this point. I know my craft in and out. I've been educated on that. I went back for my master's. I'm about to graduate. So it's just like, I'm in Drexel now. So I graduate next year.
Yes.
So it's just like, it's a lot of unseen grind. So so just one of the hardest things, back to your question, as far as building your brand, is believing in yourself when it's just you. It's going to be just you late nights, early mornings for a while. Like, you're not going to record every single thing. It's very good to be transparent, absolutely. But a lot of things you got to say after you went through the test. It's not nobody's business while you're going through. So again, you by yourself a lot of these times trying to figure it out. You can have mentorship, things like that, but a lot of it is for you to go through because it's building you as well. Like, you building a brand, that's your baby, that's a whole other entity. But you're also building yourself. You learning yourself all over again. You thought you was about one life and you really it's a whole nother ball game. But ultimately just keeping the faith and literally building a sturdy foundation, just so you don't have to drop the ball, start over again, drop the ball, start over again. Like, you could tell somebody solid through their foundation how much work they put in by like the execution that you see at the end. So that's me personally. But as I help other people build brands, I think the hardest part for me to assist somebody is allowing them to see the bigger picture. I'm so glad Teem mentioned side hustle. A lot of people come into building a brand, they look at it as a side hustle. That's like looking at apples and saying they oranges. You can't do that. You have to have a mental mind shift and shift your mind from side hustle to brand. That's something I can't do. The client has to do that. Whoever has the business or the brand has to realize they're a brand owner and not a side hustler. So if you look at it like that, your money going to say side hustle. You're going to promote side hustle. Like, everything is going to be secondary. It's not going to be first. So I think the hardest part as far as helping a client build their brand is to shift their mental thinking from side hustle to brand owner, because that's 2 different ballgames. You look at it different, you give it more time and you give it more effort, and you believe in it more if you believe it's really a brand, not just a side hustle.
That's good.
Yes. I'm here for all of that because I had that realization this year. Like I said, my friend who's in the food industry always asks me like, "You sure you don't want to make your business, expand this?" And that's where I was stuck in that side hustle mentality. It wasn't until I really started busting out cakes and cupcakes and everything during this quarantine that I realized this is not a side hustle. This is you. Like, you did this, you built this, your name is attached to this. Like, I understood that, but again, like Dom said, you have a side hustle mentality, and then you have a business brand mentality. Like, no, like, people are out here with stores. I had to explain to someone the other day that these stores, some of them, have started from nothing. They've had to work their way up. They've had times where they didn't believe in themselves. They've had times where sales were low, but it's all a part of the journey. You got to get your mind right. And the thing is, everybody isn't going to be on the same page with you. They aren't. Everybody isn't going to think like you. And that's hard sometimes because you can sit there and just try to like, listen to me. But if they are still thinking, oh, this is a hustle, like, and when people, that's another thing that is a hard thing about starting a brand. People look at you, especially people and people you think, you see posts all the time. Yeah, my family, they're the ones that don't support. You think they would support. My family does support, but there are people that you would think would be gung-ho, the first ones buying your things, or, and not necessarily buying, but post it. Tell people about it. It doesn't have to go that far as you got to get a cake from me every week. You know what I'm saying? But I'm heavy on the support Black business, and it's not a support Black business. If you support me, I will support you. Like, no, our money needs to continue to roll around this Black community. So if you don't support me back, my heart will not be broke. I'll be okay. But like Dom said, changing that mindset, that is hard. Once you believe in yourself, and this is my baby, and whatever I say is going to happen, whatever I say is going to prosper, it's going to happen. And to explain that to somebody, I don't need anybody to tell me that, oh, well, your cakes were good, or this will be good. I know it already. I know my food is good. I know my cakes are good. I know my presentation is well. I don't need anybody to do that for me. And once you get to a space like that, it's like, I can do anything.
Yeah.
Anything. And sometimes you have people that will offer their unsolicited 2 cents that you don't care about. And there's always somebody that wants to tell you, you should do this, or you should do that, or I don't think this is going to work for you. I had to tell someone, that's the devil. The devil will be in your ear. The devil will be on your back. The devil will bring those thoughts into your own head. The devil will come through people closest to you to bring those negative thoughts and that negative energy into your atmosphere. Like, no, God block it all. And when I feel that, sometimes it gets to you because you don't realize it's the devil sneaking in. You don't realize. And you're like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should do this. I had this lady once tell me that this was my first complaint ever. And I mean, it crushed me because I'm like, I know this cake was good. The lady told me that the cake she said it was stale. She said it wasn't moist. And she said that it was something else. And I was just shocked. Lady, I done sold 6 of these cakes.
Hater.
She was. But I was thinking, lady, I done sold 6 of these cakes today. So, but me being the person I am, I didn't take it like, oh, no, lady. I'm like, well, what can I do better? Let me do a census of the people that I service today. Let me see if they like their cakes. Maybe something went wrong that I don't know about. I don't know. Well, the lady came back the next day and told me that she had stuck her cake in the freezer, took it out, cut it, and went to eat it. So it was.
Well, of course it was. Okay.
It was, yeah. I mean, but this is the thing that you go through as a business owner. Like, you people complain, and it's like, my blood pressure all up because I'm thinking I done served the lady a bad cake when I know I just baked that cake 3 hours ago.
Right.
But you eating a frozen cake, miss. Eating a frozen cake. But stuff like that. And the thing is, she didn't get back to me until the following day. So all day I was sitting there like strategizing, how can I make this cake better? Like, what did I do? Maybe I need to add this. Maybe I need to switch up on this. Maybe I need to change this in the icing. And it wasn't. It was perfect. It was. But that's the devil. That's the devil. She sent me the longest complaint message ever. And when I met her back with, okay, well, I'm going to do some surveys. I'm going to try to, make this worth
Your wild, my wild. I want everybody to be satisfied, even though you can't satisfy everybody.
Right.
I want everybody to feel good. And when she came back and told me, it was just like, I knew that cake was good. Okay, yeah, I know it was good, but it's hard. It is hard being by yourself, even when you have people to help you, or it's hard because at the end of the day, this is my baby. My name is attached to this. People don't see anybody else. They see me. And it's hard. And that's something I'm sure will never, ever become easy. Maybe as the team grows and things like that, it won't be as hard. Like Dom was saying, we doing everything kind of on our own. That's hard. Mm-hmm. It's hard. And now with businesses booming, it's hard trying to execute everything and keep track of everything and stay on time and still work. It's hard, but it's all a part of the journey.
Yes. Y'all are really dropping some gems. I think people are really going to enjoy this episode. So we got 2 more questions. The next question is for Dom, and it's, what advice would you give to women who want to become entrepreneurs, but they don't know where to start?
Advice. It's so funny. I feel like I'm an advice giver. So I just could speak from experience, but what I will say is do it now and do it afraid. Mm-hmm. I feel like we all wait for the perfect time. Yeah. We want to wait until we got the product right. We want to wait until we got that perfect logo. We want to wait until we got a team. We want to wait until wait for the next excuse. We want to do all of these things. But it's really, we're not lacking anything. If that's your God ordained purpose to do, he equipped you and he called you for it. So it's like we can't have fear, which is literally a foul spirit that will dwell in us and give us every type of excuse. And I just feel like a lot when I hear and I sit down with clients, I'm like, oh, well, what made you get started? How long were you thinking about it? And I always hear, oh, it's been a vision, or I just don't know, or I'm scared, or I don't know when, or I need help. So I never want like negative thoughts to cloud people's mind, to literally make them sit and like suffer, you know? Mm-hmm. And I always tell people, your business is not about you. Like your talents is not yours. It's all borrowed. God can snatch them right back. It's not about you. Like you can minister through your business. Like your talent is to help others. I don't care if you helping them feel good by eating. I don't care if you helping them by giving them a foot product, like whatever. Like I'm helping others' dreams come true with businesses. Like whether it's a service or product, everybody's put here for a reason. And so it's pretty much selfish if you don't get started. Because it was never about you, and nobody can discover who you are, and you can't help who you're supposed to help if you're sitting on a manifested idea. So I would just always tell somebody, as far as advice, is to really get started where you are. Like you're more equipped than what you think you aren't.
Girl,
I love
it. Yes, you are preaching. Yeah. I don't mean to make this about me, but
go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Oh, I was gonna say just something really quick. You definitely were preaching on that, because when I started my web series, I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't have no film experience. And when I tell you God came through, like he really came through. So that is so true. Like when it's a vision that God has given you and it's your purpose, like it's going to all fall into place. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Teem. What were you going to say?
What people don't realize, or some folks aren't as spiritual, and that's one up that I say we have. God is for sure in our corner, and we know that he's in our corner. We aren't afraid to call on him. But like this, I realized this, I've been realized this, but with COVID, it made me realize this even more. Everybody's scared of COVID. I'm scared too. I don't want to catch it. I don't want to get sick. But what I realized was that your life has already been written out. If you are going to get sick from COVID, It has been written.
Right.
And you don't really think about that. Everybody trying to protect themselves. And I'm still, don't get me wrong, I'm trying to protect myself too. But it's been written. God wrote that before you even, when you were an egg, when your mom was an egg, you know, before we knew anything about COVID, God was already ready. He knew what was going to happen. He knew who was going to be sick. He knew who was going to recover. He knew who was going to perish. The same goes with your business. You scared and it's already written, and God is just waiting. I already wrote this out. Her life is already written, and she's talking about she's scared. She don't even know in 10 years she's gonna be a millionaire. She don't even know it. She don't know. So it's sometimes you kind of got to just take that step back, take a deep breath and say, it's already written. Like, what am I scared for? What are you scared for? It's already written. Your life is already planned out. So like Dom said, do it while you're scared. You do it while you're scared because it's already written. It's already going to happen. Just go ahead and do it. If it doesn't work, oh well, next. Like you got to have that. You got to take risks.
And you got to have a testimony. Like, who doesn't have, you want some failures. At the end of the day, the first time you started a business and it worked, it boomed, nothing happened. Well, I don't want to hear from you because you don't, not 99.9% of people fail at something. So you want to fail to be relatable. Like we all go through things to share the testimony and inspire the next person. So if you don't go through no failures, it's just like, I don't want to hear from you. That's like something you going through a situation and the person you speaking to can't relate. You don't want to talk to them. No, you don't need a pity party, but you need somebody relatable so that they can understand what you're going through so they can then pull you out. Right. So I definitely do. Like you want to go through a couple of no's. And the thing that we are scared of is like the unknown. What if we mess up? What if somebody don't like it? So it's just like we all going to fail at something, but it's pretty much how you bounce back and be transparent about it. I feel like it's one of them things where if you put your own business out there and you transparent, like you'll tell your story on live, how you made a mistake this week or something like that. Once you put your business out there, nobody else can put your business out there. Like I already told them myself, you know? So a lot of people who also want to keep they downfalls or they mistakes in the top, when it comes to light, you a little, if you mad, but it's just, if you was transparent about your walk, about your journey and just be open because it does help somebody else, it's like, it's nothing to be afraid of. It's just all about our mindset and how we look at things. We got to look at it as a stepping stone to be greater, not a downfall to just sit in the pit.
Right. It's all about your get back. It's all, like when that lady complained about the cake, I was upset because I'm like, this cake was beautiful. I can't, like, this is my first, but I immediately started, I can't sit here and be upset. What can I do to make this better? How can I make this right? Sorry, lady, you can't get your money back because it's non-refundable. But we're going to try to make this right because I want you to be happy. Like, it's all about the get back. It is.
All right, so the final question is for Teem. It is, how do you balance work, personal life, and your business?
That was very hard. It still is hard. It's been a lot easier with COVID. I guess I can kind of say that, but like I said earlier in the interview, it was a struggle trying to balance business and work, and my business fell on the back end, on the back burner. And not that I kind of didn't care about it. I just was like, I'm working. But now I don't want my business to ever be on the back burner. It needs to be on the big eye, not the little eye. So I had to try to figure out, how do I do this? So I'm still working full time, as you know, and I have to be present at work at some point, somehow, some way. And with cakes, it's you baking all day, especially if I have a week where I'm having 2 or 3, 4 or 5 orders a day. Is where do I have time to work? I don't. So I've been trying to find a balance. Like I'll try to do my baking at night. So in the morning, I can focus on work and my orders will be picked up. It's done. I don't have to wake up early in the morning to bake a cake that's supposed to be picked up at 10, 12. No, I did my baking at 10, 11 o'clock last night. It's done. And now I ice my cake. I do my decorations, whatever, and it's ready for pickup while I still have to work on work. And as I had to make those decisions, I was kind of like, how do bakeries do this? You know, you have to get insight from some other places sometimes. And I'm just like, is this okay? Like, and I'm like, it's no way with the bakery, they're baking 600 cakes the day of. Like, you know, how do you prep? How do bakers prep? How do they do their weeks? Like, and that's what I had to start to do, to see how they prep their cakes in the beginning of the week. They freeze them and then they bring them out. You know, this is sometimes what they do if they have 1,000 orders in 1 week, you know? So I had to figure out a schedule. Sometimes I bake overnight. In the morning, everything is done. I can focus on work. And sometimes it gets crazy. There is no balance. Sometimes there is no balance.
That's true.
It's hard. And it's like, all right, I'm doing my work right here for an hour. My clicks in. All right, that's done. Now I need to go focus on this. It's hard. It really is. And sometimes I just want to check out of all of it. But what makes it so much more special because when you're finished, it's so gratifying and satisfying. So how do I balance work, personal life, and business, Jess? I have no idea. I say my prayers and I try to keep to-do lists to keep me in order. I have like big calendars, dry erase boards so that I won't forget about cakes. I have a scheduling book. It's a lot and I'm trying to figure out what works best. I need somebody. Like I need somebody to keep, but it's hard to put that trust in somebody that is not you. Yeah. Because like I said, this is my baby. Everybody don't care about other people's kids. People don't care about other people's kids.
That's what Dom was saying before you got on about she needs help, but she don't, it's hard to trust somebody because when it's your vision, like it's yours. So people don't care as much as you.
Right.
So they'll be slacking off and you like, no, this is mine. Like you got to have it together. So
and then sometimes you bring people on board and they aren't in the same mental space as you. So like we talked about earlier, they will be thinking like, yeah, this is her side hustle. And I know this is my business. It's not a side hustle. So you got that side hustle mentality. You're messing me up and I don't need that. So, and I like my work done correctly on time. I don't like mess up. So that's why I just do it myself. I know what's going to be right. And if it's something wrong, it's on me. I don't have anybody to be upset with. But I know there's going to come a day very soon that I need a team.
Yeah.
Build a team and find some strong-willed, strong-minded people that are ready to work and see my vision and ready to ride and rock and build. But yeah, trying to balance this is hard, but I'm doing it.
Yes. I feel like there's never a perfect balance for anything. Like you're always going to be lacking on something, but as long as you're making time for you as well and your mental health and things like that, that's important. So.
That's what's really hard. So I feel like me and my mental health come last. As far as work, I can schedule that out. Like I'm going to do school in the morning, 8 to 11, 11 to 5, 6, I'm going to do work, and after 6, I'm going to do errands. But none of that involves just taking care of you. So I'm like, all right, today I have things to do. However, I moved it around because I'm going to get my lashes done. I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to the Nelly. I don't care about anything else. I'm doing it. And once it was done, I proceeded with my day. But sometimes you have to. It's our baby in the beginning. Be like, no, we got hustle. We want to sleep later. When it gets settled or even playing field or it can just run itself, then. No, it won't get like that for a while. Like
exactly.
You might have 5 to 10 years. Like, so you're going to wait until then? I'm like, no, you have to be stern, realistic with yourself.
Yes.
4th of July weekend, I had a whole, I ain't need nobody know my hotel was. I said one person, my location, and that was it. Friday to Monday, I just went. No laptop, like I had to go. And that was one of the best things I could do. It just felt amazing to just wake up, work, like just do nothing. Cause every time I wake up with headaches because like I went to sleep without a clear mind and you waking up flowing because you 9 o'clock. So it's like sometimes we just gotta chill and just sometimes remember, ask God, like ask him what you want, like what he wants you to do that day. Because sometimes with our own agenda getting in the way, we don't have to be that busy. Right. Like things could work in our favor, things could work for themselves, do for themselves, but we just got our hands in everything and didn't ask him anything. And so we run ourselves crazy. So sometimes I just gotta remember, ask God ask him for your agenda sometimes. Like let him be your compass for once and you stop hands and stuff.
Right. Yes. It's hard because we be running on gas, running. But you really got
looking at us like, girl, you are so crazy and tired.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta
we
stop.
Strength. People probably like, sit down.
Please, all right? You like, please give me some strength to get through the rest of the day. And he like, go take a nap.
Yes, go take a nap.
Okay. Since being on vacation, I really haven't been able to really do much because I just been asleep. And I've been loving it. And my boyfriend is like, no, you deserve it. You up every day baking and cooking and working. Like, no, sleep all day. If that's what you want to do this whole vacation, that's what you do. But it's a work in progress, and we are going to, I'm just so excited for us because it's when you know what you know, and you know what you know about your business, and you know it's going to flourish and prosper and it's only a matter of time. And you know your friends' businesses are going to flourish. It's such a great feeling. You can't even describe it. I just can't wait to be rich.
Okay.
Like, no, it's bigger than just money. It is.
Right,
But
right.
I enjoy like when I see people and they're like, oh my gosh, you made this cake. And it's nothing to me. I'm like,
Girl, when I tell you, I'll be like, I'm about to drive up to Philly and get some.
yeah, like and now I have customers coming from Delaware, Jersey, and I'm just like, y'all drove to Philly for me? Like, wow. Like I see my friends, they sell things or whatever, and they have clients buying things from different states, Ohio, and all these random states, and y'all driving to Philly to come get these cakes. I'm here for it. I'm here.
Yes.
So.
All right, so we're coming to the end of this episode, and I just want to thank you, ladies, for being on the first episode. This whole show is to inspire and uplift queens. So you guys know I had to have y'all on, even though I don't really, well, I still talk to y'all, you know, every once in a while on social media, but I got to look out for my PSU folks, my fellow Black women. So I just want to thank y'all. You guys were so inspiring. I know that people are going to enjoy this episode. So for the outro, how can people follow you, find you, book you, all that?
So for me, Instagram is pretty much the main social media platform that I use. You can follow me at Behind Your Scene LLC. And you can go to my website to book a consultation, behindyourscene.com. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to put it in the description box too. So.
Okay.
I am on Instagram and Facebook. Better reached by Instagram at Treats by Teem. That's TEEM. Yeah, you can book me, DM me. Website is coming soon. Once the website is up and running, that's the way to go. But right now, reach me through Instagram or Facebook. Both handles are the same.
All right. Well, that was the first episode of Women Crush Wednesday, and we'll be back with our second episode, which is going to be all about travel.
Thanks, Jess.
Thanks, Jess.